We are located on the beautiful land of the Lagwagan-speaking people, known as the Sunhees and Esquimalt First Nations. So it's really with deep gratitude that we learn, work, play, study together, where Indigenous and non-Indigenous people come together. So there's a lot of beautiful learning we can all do together. And if you are in Victoria or around, please know that we host a beautiful event for National Indigenous Peoples Day on June 28th. That will be on the Friday here on the campus. So we hope to see you here. And today we are regrouping to talk about the Doctor of Business Administration, one of my favorite programs because, oh my God, there's so much to talk about. And I just want to say that today I'm joined by Hassan Wafai. If you want to say hi, Hassan.
Hi, everyone.
Very good to have you with us. You are the program head of that DBA program. We have Sakamoto. I hope I'm saying your last name correct.
Yes, yeah. Hello, everyone. Thank you,
Amazing. Thank you for
Nancy.
being here. And I'm myself, Nancy Prevost-Maurice. I'm an education specialist at Railroad. So we travel around Canada and the world to get some prospects into the beautiful programs that we offer. I'm very excited to be joined by Alana. Hello, Alana. That is our enrollment advisor for today for many programs. And she'll be adding some links and answering any question you may have. Do you want to say hi, Alana?
Hi, everyone. Welcome.
Welcome. Yeah, that takes a full team to lead those sessions. So thank you for being here. Quick agenda for us today. Let's talk about the Railroads University experience. Then we'll dig into the program at a glance, talk about application process and requirements, and answer any of your questions. And thank you for those of you who are using the chat to introduce yourself. And please note that all the links that will be shared today, they will all be sent to you as a follow-up email with the recording link. Maybe some of you came to Victoria before. I cannot see everybody in the room right now, but maybe you want to raise your hand, your virtual hand, if you came to campus before. So this is just a quick overview of where Victoria is. We are in British Columbia, of course, and just a little bit of like what it looks like around campus. You have a picture here on the right, and I actually have a short video for us, so you will really get to know the campus a bit better. But some of the awards, one fact we like to say about Victoria is that it's one of the mildest climates in Canada. So depending where you're from, I know I'm from Quebec, very cold over there during winter time. So I'm so glad that I live here in Victoria for 7 years now. But we have some big cities around. We're pretty much a small-ish city in Victoria, so you get to know many people that study here or from other institutions or just people in general, because we have a really kind of diverse crowd living here in Victoria, BC. So I'll just let you read that. You can take a print screen, of course, to get to know the city. And this is our space. And as I said, we'll have a short video, but just to give you an idea, we have 565 acres of land at Railroads University. So on the top left, you have the famous Hatley Castle that people always refer to because it's in many, many movies, and we do weddings, we do big conferences here. On the right, you can see the Japanese garden, many beautiful gardens you can work on when you come for residency or you come for a visit. At the bottom left, we have Esquimalt Lagoon, which is a very calm, peaceful place to go and walk around or study. And at the bottom right, this is very important for us to mention that we are an online institution since 1995. So it's not something we have to pivot. We have pivoted to over the last couple of years. It's really something we do since day one, and day one is 30 years already. So the online model, and I know Assam will talk about it, but it's really the online model, the teaching we have. It's something that we're quite expert on because we have been doing it for so long. And talking about that little campus tour, let's see if I can have that video play for you.
Welcome to Royal Roads University. Our
Sorry about that.
spectacular oceanfront 260-acre campus lies at the southern tip of Vancouver Island. A National Historic Site surrounded by old-growth forest, Royal Roads is only a 25-minute drive from downtown Victoria, the capital of British Columbia. Our campus is located on the traditional lands of the Kosupsum and Lekwungen ancestors and families. Here, you'll find a life-changing education in an inspirational learning environment like no other. The first place you'll want to visit on campus is the Sequoia Building. The welcome desk is open daily to help you settle in and start your Royal Roads journey. The centerpiece of Royal Roads University is the historic Hatley Castle. You may recognize it from countless television shows and feature films. In fact, Hollywood blockbusters X-Men and Deadpool were both shot here. One of the things that makes the Royal Roads campus so special is our outdoor spaces. We've got lots of social gathering spots and even more places to just be by yourself. With Canada's mildest climate, you're able to enjoy the outdoors any time of year. While there are countless other spaces on campus that we'd love to share with you, you'll have to just see them for yourself.
I often feel that the video can show you so much and give you that taste of Victoria and Royal Road. So thank you for watching. And before I pass it over to Hassan to really continue about just the program information, I just want to let you know, you might be sitting here and being like, why will I pick Royal Roads University? Like, I want to do a doctorate program, but why Royal Roads? So just a few bullets point, and I know we'll have many more slides to get you excited about the program, about that big step you can take in your career. But first, we see life as a qualification. So later on, we'll talk about our admission requirement. And we have what we call flexible admission, where you can take your work experience, your volunteer experience, and bring it into your curriculum and bring it into your admission. So you can come from the traditional background, but you can also bring all your life experience with you. Prof who know your name, I think the program will be able to attest that here, when you're on campus, when you meet with people, people know you by your name. So you're not a number, and you're not sitting in a big theater room with 200 people. It's small cohort, and then you get to know people really, really well, your instructors, the program office, as well as your schoolmates. Learning based on life, what you learn here matter out there. That's one of our motto, because it's very important for us that everything you will work and study on are all real life challenges. Connection for life. I'm myself a graduate. I know Alana is as well. We have built connections during our study here that really last forever. So you will have your LinkedIn people, and your instructor and again schoolmates become people that you will kind of walk your path, your journey path at Royal Roads and after the program as well. And we were built differently. I touched on it already. So since 1995, we do online education and blended, as we will talk today, about you can stay at home and study and then come on campus a few weeks per year. So that's a very cool model that works really well for the working professional in 2025, and we're pretty proud about it. And before I pass it on, I think I have one last slide about Ashoka U. So we are a Changemaker campus. You might have seen some ads about Royal Roads recently. It's all about being Changemaker. And what does that mean to be Ashoka U recognized is that there's only a few institutions in North America with that designation. So that really means that we're all about innovation, addressing world problems, supporting each other, and act for the good of all. So we're very proud. After the session, you can Google Ashoka U and get to know that accreditation. So I think with this, enough of me, and I will pass it to Hassan to introduce yourself and the program.
Thank you very much, Nancy. Thank you. This is the first time I see the video. It's a beautiful video, actually. I really like it. Thank you. All right. Welcome, everyone here. Thank you for being here to talk about Doctor of Business Administration, DBA program. My name is Hassan Wafai. I'm Associate Professor in the School of Business. I teach Operation Supply Chain. When I'm not a program head, I teach Operation and Supply Chain. I'm very excited to talk about the program. So let's get to it. I mean, Nancy, you will control the slides, right? Okay, good. So what is DBA? Doctor of Business Administration program is a unique program in British Columbia and Canada. The DBA program is a research-based doctoral program oriented to applied business management research. This is very important here. It's a research program. As Nancy said, it has a blended design that's allow working professional to maintain their their careers. You don't need to leave your career and do your degree, so you can keep your career, keep your your family, your marriage, everything, and do your doctorate. That's not exactly common when people do a doctorate program. I mean, Nancy, I see a black box on the screen. There you go. Thank you. Yeah. So DBA program, it's a blended design. It's a combination of on campus residencies and online. We're going to talk a little bit about that in the next slides. And lastly, Royal Road is hybrid design. So hybrid design meaning that it combines the strength of and the rigor of PhD program and the applied focus of practice-oriented program. So it's a combination. We would like to say this is bringing the strength of both worlds. PhD, conventional PhD, and practice-oriented program. This is just a general information. I would like to dive deep into this in the next slides. And oh yes, thank you. I still see that black box. I mean, Nancy jumping on screen from one spot to another. Are you seeing that, guys?
I'm sorry, I think that's the way I share the screen. I'm not sure if I can change that right now.
Yeah,
So sorry, you see it at the top?
I see it. Yes.
Sorry
Are
about
are
that.
you okay, ladies and gentlemen, on in the room? Okay, good.
Perfect. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. So DBA program at a glance is very much like other doctoral program here in Canada, 60 credit program. It's a hybrid design. Now you know what's hybrid design. Again, hybrid design, it's a combination between a conventional PhD, that's a research oriented, intensive research, and also the applied focus of DBA or practice-oriented, I mean doctorate. It focuses on knowledge production. Here I wanted to dive deep a little bit about that, if you don't mind. Normally when people do, I did PhD, right? I did PhD to work in academia. Now in Canada, 80% of PhD graduate, they don't end up in a faculty position. 80% of PhD, conventional PhD graduate don't end up in faculty position. But they are not equipped to work in the industry. They're being deemed as theoretically oriented. So DBA programs allow colleagues to work in academia, but also work beyond academia, to stay in the industry, to become a subject matter expert in the industry. This is a very important distinction I would like to highlight here between DBA program at Royal Road, which is a hybrid design, and conventional PhD program, also conventional DBA program. In Canada, there are 3 other DBA programs, and we believe that Royal Road DBA program is positioned to provide the strength of that research focus and the applied focus as well. The program is between 4 to 7 years. The minimum length of the program 4 years. It goes up to 7 years. It's a blended, as we described. So it's a cohort based. Normally, doctoral program is a solo journey. You do it by yourself. But here at Royal Road, you're part of a cohort. You will never walk alone. We will be with you through all the processes. You will be part of a cohort in the first year. Beyond the first year, then you will be part of a community of researchers. It's a competency-based approach. Of course, it's a competency-based approach because the focus here is on knowledge production. When we talk about knowledge production, meaning that by the end of the program, you're contributing to existing knowledge. So when when you do your master, the focus of a master program is to apply knowledge. For example, you learn about recruitment and different ways to recruit. So in the MBA program, you apply the theory, the models. In the DBA program, in a doctoral program, you advance that. You add knowledge to existing literature and body of knowledge.
That's so interesting. Thank you, Assam. Yeah, I think it's a very good distinction because we get that question a lot. Someone is asking me in the chat about that program length. How many hours would that be average per week? Would you know that?
Good question. So in the first year, and I'm going to explain that in the next slide, but just
Okay.
a quick explanation here. The first year is a course-based year. So in the first year, you have courses. We say that on average, our doctoral colleagues, they will, I would say 15 hours a week if they want to finish in 4 years, right? So I would say 15 hours a week on average. It depends on, of course, how comfortable you are with the material. Some colleagues are more comfortable in certain area more than other area. Beyond the first year, then you work with your committee, and it's totally up to you how you plan your work beyond the first year. There will be milestones. I'm going to explain these, milestone in the next slides. But before I move to next slides, just wanted to make sure that I addressed the question.
I don't see any other. No, that was directed to me, so I'm getting a thumbs up. So you answer well.
Thank you.
Perfect. And I'll switch to the next slide here.
Thank you. So what you see here, it is the overall structure of the program. Simplified structure, I would say. The DBA program consists of 3 phases. The first phase, what you see at the bottom, called DBA Foundations. That is course-based phase. So you will have 6 courses during the first year, and we're going to talk a little bit about these courses in the next slide. And you will have residency, what you see here in a kind of a reddish color. Is that right? Is that red?
Yeah, reddish.
2-week residency here on campus. And then you will have the whole year will be delivered online courses, 6 courses over 1 year. And that's the foundations here. The second year, we call it research preparation phase. It's also 1 year in its shortest version. During this year, you will have the residency, and that residency scheduled at the same time of the second residency, and the first and the third residency. During this year, you will have certain milestones, the candidacy exam, also called a comprehensive exam, but that's different version of doctoral programs. You will submit a research proposal, and you will have your supervisory committee working with you through the program. The last phase, we call it execution and writing up phase. It's 2 years in its shortest version again. So you will, during this phase, you will conduct your research, you will do the writing up, and so on. So these are the 3 phases of doctoral program. Let's move to the next slide. I have a little bit more detail to share with you. Okay, here's the next slide. So this is what you see online. Do you see my pointer? Can you see my pointer? No? Okay. So that's totally fine. So this is what you see online. This is the simplified schedule we just talked about. This is the practical version of it. So you see the blue row, right? This is, you can see year 1, foundation year 2, research preparation phase, and year 3 and 4, That's the third phase. And under each phase, you will see more details. So for example, year one, you see the courses. Now, under year one, you see not purple actually, reddish, also reddish color that shows the residency. Let's move to the next slide. Are you saying anything? Are you saying something, Nancy?
Yeah, I'm muting myself. Sorry about that. Yeah, I was just referring to when people have question about, working and studying. I think this schedule is so helpful because you kind of see when your classes happen and when you have some little breaks and when the crush time will be. That's correct, huh?
Yeah.
It allows you to plan for life. Yeah. Here we go.
So program delivery, as we said here, the foundation year, 6 courses in the first year. Just here, general information about these 2 courses, but we have more information, of course, if you wanted to know more. 2 courses about the development of management thought and practices, 3 courses about research design, and 1, what we call it here, self-directed study. Self-directed study course, it's area specialization. You work with one professor over 6 months to dive deep into your literature. The residencies, as we said, this is the on-campus residency. These are mandatory component of the course, of the program. 2 weeks, the first residency, second residency 1 week, and third residency 1 week. The first residency in the first year, second residency in the second year, and third residency in the fourth year. This residency, always residency, scheduled in February. So when you are here in February, actually, you will meet other doctoral student. Every doctoral student will have perhaps different, will be at a different stage of his or their proposal, of their research. These residency are designed as I would describe it as a conference-like kind of residency. So it's not about sitting in a classroom where the professor come and give you the wisdom. It's not like this. It's more of being active and being part of that day-to-day event of the residency. You presenting your work, you participating in peer review process, you commenting on other work, you attending workshops, seminar, and scholarly oriented workshops. All these residency activities are designed to help you go through your research, of course. Before I move to the next slide, I just wanted to take a quick pause here and open up for any question, any.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, I still see that black.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Nancy. So program delivery, there are certain key milestones here. I would like to speak about them. The first one, dissertation supervisory committee. So every doctoral student will have a committee to work with once the doctoral student complete doctoral coursework. Supervisory committee consists of principal supervisor, the main supervisor that you're going to work with, 2 or 3 advisors. There are certain criteria that we always make sure that committee member must meet in order to qualify to be committee member and or supervisor. One thing here I would like to highlight. At Royal Road, and this I believe is a competitive advantage, we allow doctoral students to have external supervisor. So if you are, for example, interested in the application of AI and let's say in public organization, and perhaps researchers in Toronto who's been working in that area in one of the university in Toronto. So we will contact that person with you. Of course, you will initiate that, and we will work with you on that, and that person can be your supervisor. So the purpose here is to help you find the right fit. Also, another point I would like to highlight here, unlike other doctoral programs, that you need to have approval from supervisor before you apply to the program. We don't require that because the program designed for working professionals, right? This program designed for people who've been in the industry for quite a long time and they have managerial experience. So we understand that those colleagues who would like to start the program, they may not necessarily have connection with professors here at Royal Road, or maybe they need some time to think about or refine their research, and that will happen in the first year. So we work with you on the first year, refining your research, making sure that you are clear where you want to go, and then we work with you to identify the right person and group to work with you. That's very important, and we find from our experience that the relationship between doctoral student and supervisory committee, it's a key success factor. And this relationship here at Royal Road University is built on respect and collegial relationship, unlike many doctoral programs where the relationship, it's kind of like the master and there's a power distance between supervisor and doctoral student, let me put it this way. And this is a conventional way, right? But at Royal Road here, since this program designed for working professional, this is certainly been approached differently, I would say that. The second milestone in the program, is a comprehensive examination, the candidacy exam. The candidacy exam normally scheduled after you complete your coursework. That's normally early second year. And this is not an exam in the sense of, oh, you know what, I'm in the room, I have a question, and it's not like this. It's an opportunity for you to present your work to your committee, and your committee provide you with feedback. That's an important milestone in doctoral study, and all doctoral study actually. There's almost all doctoral programs in Canada, they do have what is equivalent to candidacy exam. Some universities call it comprehensive exam, some call it candidacy exam. And the third milestone is dissertation proposal. Now, part of the requirement to apply to the program is to have a proposal, right? If you go to the program website, and we're going to talk about that, I think, in a next slide. Let me see. Yes, we're going to talk about that in the next slide, in next couple of slides. Proposal is an important requirement to apply to the program. But what we require at this point, only 5 pages. We want to make sure that you have a valid research proposal. That's at this stage of the program. But once you are in the program, and once you go through the coursework and do all this, and you do the comprehensive exam, then you will submit the final proposal. So many colleagues start the program, I'm not sure exactly, is that the right topic I want to go in, or I need to change it? And we tell them, that's fine, you don't need to worry. You have a year, maybe 2 years before you submit the final proposal. And that is where you will, at that point, you will be very clear around where you want to go and what exact topic you are interested in. And the final milestone is dissertation defense. Once you write your proposal, once you write your dissertation and you submit your dissertation, we'll submit it to external reviewer, and then you will have the defense to defend your dissertation. Yeah, next slide, please. So doctoral students, and we don't call them students actually, these are colleagues, and those colleagues are working professionals who aspire to be leaders in their field or sector. This is an important distinction here between those who would like to be leaders in their organizations and those who would like to be leader in their sector. So you do your master degree to become a leader in your organization, right? To get promotion, but you do your doctorate to be a leader in your industry, in your sector, to have the authority to be a subject matter expert, to add to human knowledge in your area of expertise. So colleagues, doctoral colleagues who are doing the DBA program, they wanted to make change through developing original, impactful research that advance the practice of management. Colleagues who doing our DBA program, normally full-time colleagues working, they have family, they have kids, and they have full-time job, they're busy, but yet they are also able to do the doctoral program. Doctoral program is not designed for everyone, right? You need to have your master degree. You need to know that this is where I want to go. You need to have that experience to do your doctoral program. Colleagues in the doctoral program, so we have around 80 doctoral program currently in the program at this point, different stage, different phases of the program. They're coming from different walk of life, public, private sector, almost 20-25% of existing doctoral students coming from academic institution. They are professors in other universities or colleges, and they need their doctorate to advance their career. So different walk of life. We have also colleagues who spend a lot of time in the industry, and it's time for them to become consultants and to work as independent consultant or working with consulting companies. There is we feature our doctoral colleagues in our website, and I really would like to invite you to have a quick look at our website. I think Alana posted here, right, Alana? Yes, thank you, Alana. So what you see here, Alana posted the website for our colleagues. I really invite you to go and see who is in the program. Who is in the program? I almost feel comfortable when I'm joining a new place. I want to say, who's there? So, do they look like me? Right? That makes me feel more comfortable. Please have a chance to look at colleagues doing their doctoral program, and if you are interested in connecting with any of them, please let us know, and we will connect you to hear from them, their experience on the program, and how they navigate different phases of the program.
Very true. I love that, Hassan. I think those stories really showcase the diversity as well of colleagues and students coming into the program.
Right.
Yeah. And talking about them.
And here is our last year cohort, 2025 colleagues who joined the program January 2025. Fantastic group of colleagues joined the program. You could see they coming the front walk of life. We have colleagues. I can't tell you story of each of these colleagues. Of course, we know them. We're working with them very closely. But from that picture, what you see, we have colleagues working in leadership area. We have colleagues doing research and AI. We have colleague doing research in financial sector. We have colleague doing research in indigenous related area. We have colleague doing research in operational supply chains, strategic management, human resource management, marketing, social marketing, public policy, public government, energy management. I'm looking here just to remember change management, innovation, organization innovation, customer service, economic development. Did I miss anyone? Yes, tourism, hospitality. Yeah, great.
Very good. We love to see all those smiles right in front of the castle. That's wonderful.
That's the beginning of the program. I promise you.
Yeah.
Smile continue. Yeah, so doctoral program, I just wanted to highlight that. It's not an easy journey. No, it's not. This is why it's not meant for everyone. However, it's so rewarding. It's so rewarding. We always say that education at Royal Road is a life-changing education. I believe this is but especially true for doctoral programs because it really changed the way you think, the way you see the life, the way you approach it, and it gives you again the authority to become a subject matter expert in your field. So one common question I always have: student funding. Okay, the program is expensive, and because when we see the tuition, that's like that's a big tuition. But I want to highlight that this is this tuition is divided over 4 years, right? That's first. Second, compared to other doctoral program, I mean the hybrid design, I think we are nicely positioned in the market. The self-funding, basically what I'm telling you here, you need to fund yourself. Yes, but there are so many opportunities for funding beyond self-funding, and I'm going to explain some of these opportunity for funding beyond self-funding. But I would like to highlight, we always recommend that colleagues joining the program, at least they are able to self-fund themselves in the first year, or better in the first 2 years. Why the first 2 years? Because you will need time to refine your research and then apply to different scholarship programs, grants, and so on. To the best of my knowledge, I always say this statement, to the best of my knowledge, out of the 80 doctoral students, those who've been very keen to get funded end up getting funded. And we have colleagues in the program getting funded beyond the tuition fee. So we have colleagues, they are funded $160,000. They have funds with $230,000. Total funding, the last we checked in the program, the student we are able to bring to the program to pay their tuition and to go beyond tuition, also to help them with research, dissemination and so on. It's around $1.5 million, doctoral student brought through their research. So there are so many opportunity outside for doctoral student. That's different from master, of course. The doctoral student, they have so many opportunity for a scholarship. But I wanted to highlight, these are competitive opportunities, and you need to apply. And there's no guarantee you're gonna get it. But from my experience, those who are keen and apply and reapply and reapply and reapply, they end up getting funded. Internally at Royal Road, we have a limited internal program of funding that range anything between $2,000-$3,000 up to $10,000, and that span over the 4 years of the study. Every year we have different program for doctoral student, for example, entrance award, performance award, research award, and so on, presentation award for doctoral students. External funding, different sources for fund. Here I'm highlighting two main known sources. I would say SHIRK, that's a very prestigious, it's one of the tri-council agencies. It's competitive, highly competitive. MITEX, another government agency that provide funds, and we find that our success rate with MITEX almost 99%. I mean, doctoral students who applied through MITEX almost always get funded. Under MITEX, there's a program called Accelerate program, and that program, the idea of that program, if you partner with a company that is interested in your research, government will match up the fund that company provides. Please feel free to have a quick look at MITEX Accelerate. Here at Royal Road, doctoral student, they will have a lot of resources. They will also receive training how to apply, how to write grant application, and that's not only for money. For us, it's not only for money. The fact that you are able to attract grants means that your research is competitive, your research is impactful, and that's important on your CV, especially for those colleagues who want to join academia, right? They want to be faculty member. It's important to have a record of getting funds through their doctoral program. So we do offer training specific for doctoral student, workshops, and support through the process. Royal Road Financial Aid website, on that website, you will find all, I mean, a long, important list of funding opportunities. I really invite you to check the Royal Road Financial Aid website. It's easy to, it's not complicated. It's very friendly to use. Also, we have the Office of Research Services here at Royal Road. There's also a wonderful colleague that help doctoral students and faculty working with them to apply for different grants.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Yeah. And I will continue with how to apply if you want to have a look at the chat too. And again, I can stop sharing in a few minutes and we can answer any questions. But
okay, so over to you, Nancy.
thank you. Yeah, and I really appreciate everything you said. And I'm getting a lot of people just messaging me one-on-one saying that like they're acknowledging that they're learning a lot and they didn't think the program was that much like kind of connected to life, and even the funding opportunities, I wasn't aware of many of them. So I'll make sure to send those links with the recording so people can click and get to know more. Yeah, how to apply. So maybe you're sitting here watching the recording being like, oh, I'm really excited. I want to be part of the next cohort. So the admission requirement here will be, as Hassan mentioned, you must have a master's degree from a recognized university with a minimum GPA of B, which is about 3 out of 4.33. We ask for normally, we say normally, right? Because there is exception, but like to be successful in that program, we say that a minimum of 7 years of relevant full-time work experience. And we say 5 years at a management level and increasing levels of responsibility. But this you can explain when you do your letter of intent, and we'll talk about it in a second. And competitive admission. So of course, we will get to know you to see if that's a good fit for the program as you send your documents with us.
Allow me, Nancy, to comment
Yes,
on the master degree. We
please.
normally a minimum of a B GPA, and here would like to note why we say normally, because colleagues who join the program, they did their master 15 years ago, right? And so their their performance 15 years ago, it's not necessarily a right indicators for performance in the doctoral program. So what I want to say here, you don't filter yourself out. Reach out to us. Alana available here to support you. She responds quickly, far quicker, I mean, than me, believe me. And she will go through with you through the process. I'm available to support you through the research proposal and all that pieces. But for the details around the exact requirement, Alana will be the right person to support you here.
Totally agree. Yeah, thank you. I feel that often when students apply or people are thinking of applying, we often think we don't have enough, or yeah, we're not there yet. But exactly with working with I and Alana, with working with the program office, you can really talk it through and see that you're way more competent than you might think. And exactly, you will have the chance in your document submission to showcase what you have done and get there and show if something happened with your grades, for example. So the next intake is January of 2026 with an application deadline in October, which is already coming up. I can't believe we're already in June. So what we do at Railroads too is a rolling admission. So of course you don't have to wait October 5th to apply. You can already today submit your application and start working on submitting your documents. And I think my next slide will show it. And I'm sorry, the online application is now $136.69. I should have updated that. But when you're ready to apply, you go to railroads.ca and then you will find the apply option. And as you pay your fee, then you will get into kind of the system, right? And then you will get notification about the documents you need to send us. All official transcripts from post-secondary institutions you attended, a detailed resume, and this is quite important because you will write a resume almost like you're applying to a job, but you're applying for education. So you will build your resume with past experiences. We have a lot of guidelines on the website to do so, so you're not alone. You can follow the guidelines on the website to do so. You will have an initial proposal, and maybe Assam, you can talk to it after.
Yes.
I will just finish those three, I guess. The three last bullets would be 3 letters of reference coming from professional people in your network and academic if you have any. A writing sample would be, it's a bit different, I guess, than the letter of intent. It's really, we want to see how you write and we want to see again if the program is a good fit. And the interview. So I think, Assam, I'm less familiar with the interview and initial proposal. Yeah.
So let me provide a little bit more context. A proposal, I would say, it's one of the most a key requirement. We would like to see that what kind of research you are interested in, and basically we want to see that you are able to problematize management issue. But don't worry. Well, I'm asking I mean, a colleague who's been in the industry for like 15 years, and now I need to write 5-page proposal. It's gonna be a difficult job. It's okay. We understand that. We do understand that, and we are here to support you. So we work with all colleagues through the process. So if you're interested in certain topic and you would like to expand a little bit on it and to discuss it, we are here to support you. Reach out to me, Alana, to talk about the research proposal, and we could set some time to chat online or through the phone. And even I'm happy to see your proposal, your draft proposal before you submit it through the process. But what I will say that in 2 weeks we have another workshop which is designed to help you to write research proposal. So I strongly advise you to consider attending the DBA workshop, which is a proposal writing workshop on June 18. Thank you very much. There you go. In June 18, and I'm always happy to help you with the proposal. Now, the letter of references, though, these letter of references, please check online. There are specific language we are expecting you to address in this letter of references, specifically about your skills to do doctoral research. Writing sample, it's on demand. it's not a mandatory, so you don't need to submit it in your initial package, but we may ask for the writing sample later on if we feel there's a need for that. Interview, only shortlisted candidate will be required to have interview. Thank you, Nancy. Over to you.
Thank you. That's amazing. I'll update my slide with this amazing information. Love it. Thank you. And then, yeah, thank you, I, for working with us too to find out some testimonials. And as we mentioned, we have a beautiful link with like all student stories that we highly encourage you to look at, and I'll send the link. But here, I just feel that testimonial just mean the world, because sometimes we're sitting here and we're like, oh, I'm really tempted by the program, but I don't know what the outcomes will be. And here you see 3 examples of people who have done the program. And I like that second one, just go for it. I think sometimes we reflect, but you can take action. So I'll just give you a second here to read them. And I'm sure that, yeah, I and Assam, you know them all, you know those
Oh, yeah.
folks. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
appreciate that you see we can connect with alumni or students, because I think it's again, it just showcases that at Railroads, we deeply care for the success of our students. And if you have questions, we can connect you so you don't feel alone in that process.
So Benjamin graduated last year, and he did his research in supply chain in Nigeria, an oil and gas sector in Nigeria. Shelley is going to graduate, Nick, on Friday.
This Friday, yeah, yes.
Friday, she's gonna cross the stage. Shelley, yeah, she did her research in leadership. Such a wonderful colleague. She is a professor at another university. Benjamin, he is a director, executive director in healthcare here in BC. And Shirini is a leader in financial industry, and he's doing research in leadership.
Wow. So inspiring, yeah. And I just want to briefly talk about student services, because of course now you're thinking of applying, but if you get into the program, please know that everybody here at Railroad is there to support you throughout your journey. So we have like from team coaching to student engagement to Indigenous student services. When you come on campus, we have a rec center, you have career learning and development, who can work with you on building your resume as you go and looking for maybe new jobs. We have counseling services, financial aid and awards, we talked about it, accessibility services. So there's just a beautiful group of people here to support when you join Railroads. And I just want to say a little shout out to them, because everybody's working hard for the success and the well-being of our students. And as you mentioned, we have another kind of a follow-up, a workshop in 2 weeks from now, from 12 to 1:30 p.m. And we really hope to see you all there, because then you can ask questions and, yeah, work on that proposal submission, which seemed very interesting to get expert in your field of study or area. Or even if you're like very in the unknown and you want to get some leads, you can come and talk with us. So I think I'll stop sharing to see if people have questions.